I want to thank Mount for sending me this universal tablet stand, and I'm going to tell you all about it. So this is an anti-theft stand compatible with most iPads, Samsung, and some Microsoft tablets. It fits from a minimum of 9.7 inches to 13 inches. So in this video, I'm going to go through what I think you should think about before you purchase it and some of the features. So first of all, this is, marketed as potential for home, business, or commercial use. And home use, you would use it something like this, but you need to know that in order to secure these, because this is part of the anti-theft, you use one of these Allen wrenches. So unless you tighten it, it's not secured. So if you're looking for something where you're putting it on and taking it off again, just know that it requires an Allen wrench. So again, we have this, we have 180-degree rotation here, and that just happened because I don't have it anchored in. And then we have the 90-degree action here. There are a lot of nice features about this. So in itself, it is a good weight. I'm going to say it's between 4 and 5 pounds. When you're installing it, you have the option to fill in these holes, because these holes are where the screws would go if you were permanently installing them. So like all mounted products in this series, or the anti-theft, you have the opportunity to permanently install it. So it comes with the materials to do that. If you're doing that, think about the depth of whatever the surface you're putting it on is, because you would need to be able to screw through there. In this case, if you're using the grommet option, you have this and you have about that length, or you just bolt it right into the surface. And that's obviously a permanent solution. I like that it's really good with cord management. It was fairly easy to thread that cord through, and then you would just pop this in to seal the look. And I like that it's so solid. It's easy to use. You can use one hand and tilt it. If it were bolted down, of course, it would be easier. If you have different size iPads, then you just adjust it to the proper size. And it's fairly easy to do that. I'm gonna spin it around here so you can see the other side. You get it nice and firm like that. And then on this side, you would just take the appropriate Allen wrench and then tighten these down. And I found the whole thing took me about 15 minutes to assemble. That is only first time assembly. One thing I would keep in mind is that when you are assembling it, you need a screwdriver, which it doesn't come with, and this post here, it goes into this base, and the screws are inside here when you get it. That's a minor detail, but the instruction book, it was hard to tell where those screws were located. I mean, that was a 60-second detour, so it was still really easy. I've worked with Mounted a lot, and their products are dependable. They're built really well. I have never had a failure of any of their products. The focus here is this anti-theft. So my personal opinion is that it's probably geared more towards a commercial workspace or a business, some kind of trade where you are ensuring that you can use the tablet, they can use the tablet, that kind of thing. Once it's fixed, it's fixed. Once you install it, it's gonna stay where you've installed it. Once you have it all done, you have this nice professional finish. Everything is set in, nice and flush. Again, I love that cord management, easy to undo, easy to keep track of. Multiple tablet sizes, that 9.7 inch to the 13 5 inch. So that's the Mounted anti-theft kiosk stand. If you were to use it at home, you would just move it around, and then you would have to either be careful that this wouldn't fall out or use the Allen wrench to put it in. So thanks again to Mount It, another really good quality product from them.